Good afternoon. I'm Ms. Tucker, and I'm your child summarizing teacher. So you may have seen some sheets like these come home so that we can practice our fluency in addition and subtraction. In addition, students have one of these take-at-home resource guides with the sight word list that we've been practicing, and they should be practicing at home, and some strategies that we use to read, some strategies that we use for math and counting, and some strategies that we use to solve word problems. So all of these resources are resources that students have been using and have seen in the class. Today we're going to focus on a strategy used for addition. Some students are very fluent with counting on with their fingers, and some students are still working on, while they can arrive at the proper sum or to answer the addition problem, they're still working on number recognition, which is why we use the hundreds chart. So if you see your child with a sheet like this, the way we've been using the number chart is that we have a dry erase marker in the class that we use, and we have an eraser in the class. And how they've been learning to solve problems, to circle one of the add-ins that they're working on, 8, and then they find 8 on their resource counter, and then they count on 1, 2, and arrive at their sum. And after they finish answering all of these questions or finding the sum for a section, then they use the color palette to color in and complete their sheet. So for subtraction, I'll just do 2 more if we're working on 8 plus 9. And the reason that they're doing this is to practice their fluency and just to become comfortable with seeing addition sentences written vertically as well as horizontally. So if we have 8 plus 9, we do the same thing. We circle the number 8 on our chart, and then we count over 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. A challenge that some students have been having is when they get to 10, they get a little confused about where to go next. Some students go down. So we just want to remind them to go across back to 11. So like I said, 8 plus 9 is 17. For subtraction, it's pretty much working the same way. They have a color guide, and this is just a fun way to practice addition fluency. So when we come to solving problems, solving word problems, we're not stuck with what to do with the addition and subtraction. They already have a strategy that they've become fluent with. So again, they're circling the number that they're starting from. So we'll circle 13 on our chart. And in class, we have a bigger chart that looks like this. And at home, they have one in their book bag that looks like this. So we circle 13, and we count back 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then we get our answer. And once again, some students are a little stuck with what to do once they get to 11. Some students try to go up, and we just want to remind them to go back to where the 10 is. So with the double digit addition, how this works is you'll see that there's a little guide. When we're adding 10s, we go down, and when we're adding 1s, we go to the right. So for 43, we're circling the number that we're starting with. So this is 43. And then the number in the 10s place tells us how many times to go down. So that's 1 down. So then we go down to 53. And the number in the ones place tells us how many times to go to the right. And we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 43 plus 15 is 58, and 58 is our answer. Now, if students have become fluent with counting on and regrouping mentally, that's perfectly fine. For some students who need to be reminded about what the numbers look like, or just need to keep track of their place, the hundreds 20 chart is there for them. And I'll just do one more. So the number, we're focusing on the addition sentence 37 plus 21. So again, the tens place tells us how many to go down because we're using addition, and the ones place tells us how many times to go to the right. So we start at 37, we go down 2 times, 1, 2, or 10, 20, and we go over once. So 37 plus 21 gives us 58. And so the students are recognizing that if these are not the sums, then their answer is incorrect and they have to do the math again. Thank you so much.